Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Genesis 46 and 47. Throughout this 3-Minute Thoughts podcast journey in 2025, we're going to be journeying through the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation, but we're going to do it chronologically. So the entire Bible in 1 year, chronologically in the way that it happened, order-wise, time-wise. All right, so we have been through the majority of the book of Genesis. We've only got a handful of chapters left. We've also taken the entire book of Job, and so Job happens in the midst of the Genesis journey. All right, so we're going to round out over the next couple days here. We're going to round out the book of Genesis. Today we're in chapters 46 and 47. So 46 is the narrative that tells us that as Jacob is now going to set out for Egypt. If you remember, Joseph was sold into slavery. He ends up in Pharaoh's house. He's second in command over the entire land. He has the dreams, and he sets aside supplies and food. His brothers come to get food, and then they go back, and everybody figures out who's who again. And now here we are in chapter 46. Jacob sets out for Egypt with his entire family. There's got to be some nerves in here about leaving your homeland and going to a foreign country. So on the way, God speaks to Jacob in a vision. He reassures him not to fear this move because God is going to make a way for his family, and he's going to continue that promise of making them into a great nation. God promises to continue to journey with Jacob into Egypt and to bring his descendants back to the promised land in his time. So encouraged by this, Jacob does the journey. He brings about 70 family members with him. When they arrive, Joseph is going to meet Jacob. There's a pretty emotional reunion that happens. You could only imagine what that would be like. Joseph is then going to tell his family to tell Pharaoh that they are shepherds so they can settle in a very specific land called Goshen. So this is a region that is suited for livestock, and it's separate from all the Egyptians. So they're going to actually be safe there. So then in 47, Joseph presents his family to Pharaoh. Jacob is going to give a blessing to Pharaoh. Pharaoh is going to allow them to settle in Goshen, where they will thrive. Throughout the famine time, Joseph manages over Egypt's resources. He's trading grain for money, livestock, and eventually land, making Pharaoh extremely wealthy. The people all agree to become Pharaoh's servants in exchange for survival. Joseph establishes then a system where they give a fifth of their produce to Pharaoh. Meanwhile, Jacob's family prospers in Goshen, and they're going to multiply tremendously. As Jacob's life is getting near the end, he makes Joseph swear to bury him in the promised land and not in Egypt, ensuring his connection to God's covenant promise. All right, so these chapters are going to highlight God's faithfulness in providing even in the midst of difficult times, a similar theme you're going to see over and over throughout the Old Testament. That's it for today. Be well, friends.